His voice cut through the morning air like a blade. Gravel, broken teeth, desperation. "Ma'am, don't start that car. Your daughter-in-law, she paid me to tamper with it." The world slowed. My hand froze on the ignition. For one suspended moment, I felt the weight of both life and betrayal pressing against my chest. I stepped out, calm, cold, and I looked at the trembling man who had just saved me. My daughter-in-law, Leela, sweet smile, polished manners, the perfect mask for a predator. When she married my son, I welcomed her with open arms. I thought she would be his anchor, his partner, the woman who would help carry our family's legacy. But the first cracks showed quickly. The sudden shopping sprees, the lies about business trips, the way my son grew thinner while she grew hungrier. Then came the whispers about my husband's inheritance, the fortune he built with blood and sleepless nights, the money I swore to guard with my life. And now, her mask had slipped entirely. The homeless man told me everything. She approached him weeks ago, offered him cash to do a job. "Mess with the brakes," she said. "Just make it look like an accident." He was desperate. He agreed. But guilt rotted him. He couldn't go through with it. So instead, he waited for me. I gave him money, enough for food, shelter, dignity. Then I walked away with a new kind of fire in my veins. I wasn't shaken. I wasn't scared. I was steady, focused. Her betrayal was no longer a suspicion. It was truth. And truth is a weapon sharper than any knife. I didn't scream at her. I didn't storm into my son's home and expose her. No, that's what she would expect, an emotional, messy outburst. I chose silence, because silence is the sound of planning. I gathered documents, bank statements, her forged signatures, the little trails of greed she thought I wouldn't notice. Piece by piece, I built my case. Not for the police, not for lawyers, for the inheritance meeting, the one place she believed she had already won. The day arrived. The air smelled of polished wood and expensive perfume. The boardroom was filled with lawyers, trustees, and family, all seated around the long table like vultures waiting for the carcass. And there she was, draped in silk, dripping with jewelry she hadn't paid for. Leela, my son's wife, my husband's would-be usurper. She smiled when she saw the empty chair reserved for me. She thought I was dead. But then, the doors opened, and I walked in. Her face cracked, the color drained from her cheeks, her lips trembled, and then she fainted. Gasps rippled through the room. People rushed to her side, famming her, calling her name. I remained standing, steady, watching. When she stirred awake, her eyes met mine, wild, terrified. "You," she whispered, shaking. "Yes," I said softly, "me." I placed a folder on the table. Documents slid across polished mahogany. Receipts, transfers, her forged attempts to access accounts that weren't hers. And then, the testimony. The written statement from the homeless man she tried to use as her weapon. The trustees leaned forward. Murmurs filled the air. I didn't need to shout. The evidence spoke louder than fury. One of the lawyers cleared his throat. "This is highly incriminating." My son's eyes darted between me and her. Confusion, horror, betrayal etched across his face. "Leela, is this true?" Her silence was her confession. The inheritance never touched her hands. Every penny remained safe, guarded, protected. As for her, she vanished, a leech without a host. My son, broken, came to me days later. His voice cracked with shame. "Mom, I didn't know. I swear I didn't." I stopped him. "I know, but you must live with what you chose not to see." He wept. I didn't, because I had already buried my grief the moment I stepped out of that car. That day, I understood. Love blinded me, but betrayal sharpened my vision. Now, when I close my eyes, I don't see her face. I see the look in her eyes when she realized I was still alive. That's the image I'll keep, because survival is the sweetest revenge.